Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. I am the Lone Adventurer, and you're joining me today for a playthrough of Deathly Thrones, a new game from a designer called Josselin Loizeau. Again, apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. I've already done a game rules overview video which I will link to up here if I remember to do that, otherwise there could well be a link in the description below. This video is just going to be a playthrough of one of the beginner level adventures. So this is the rule book. I'm going to pop that there. This is the adventure that I used in the rule overview very briefly and not particularly successfully from my character at least, and this is the one we're going to be playing through today. I am once again playing as a dwarf, which means we start off with 5 HP and 3 armour. This adventure is called Basora, or Twisted Bastion. We're going to get straight into it. Your royal servant seems a bit embarrassed as he explains to you that your new throne isn't really as expected. Now that you're facing it, in the middle of the throne room, its strange, improbable, organic shape makes you feel uncomfortable. It's made of a dark wood, or is it really wood, the darkest you've ever seen, as though it is absorbing the light without reflecting it at all. While you're asking the kingdom's official carpenter for an explanation, you notice that his manner is most unusual. His eyes have the slight shine of madness. With anger starting to touch his voice, he says this throne is a masterpiece and insists that you should sit on it. As you take a seat, you're suddenly swallowed by a hole that shreds the matter of your reality, and you fall through the abyss of space and time. You're finally spit out and fall down seemingly never-ending stairs. Hundreds of steps later, you discover you're in a dark temple whose architecture couldn't possibly be from Earth. As you stand up, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of incomprehensible creatures. There is barely time to unsheath your sword when they charge. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you shouldn't sit on weird thrones without at least giving it a little bit of thought. Right. Okay, let's go. I've just realised I need a bit of paper to make notes on. Alrighty, bit of paper acquired. Right, so let's get cracking. We need to flip over the first card of the turn deck to see what step we're going to encounter first. We are going straight through to step number 4. Let me mention one more time that a 10 moves you 1 step, a jack moves you 2 steps, queen 3 steps, king 4 steps. So we're moving 4 steps. And we are immediately encountering a crypt crawler, which is a little beastie, I guess. Only a level 1 and no defense. So I'm going to make a note of the step that we're on and what we're encountering. So what I tend to do is make a note of my action points and then the enemy's action points, and then what happened in each round of the combat, so that I don't lose track of what's happening. So that's for me. So my action points is 5 plus 5 is 10. And the opponent, 8. Wonderful. But they're only a level 1 character, or they only have 1 point of health. So that is only 9 plus 1, which is, sorry, 8 plus 1, which is 9. So my AP is 10. The enemy's AP action points is 9, which means that I'm beating the Crypt Crawler only by 1, but actually the Crypt Crawler only has a health of 1. So the beastie is vanquished. So the Crypt Crawler is killed. The outcome, it says here, is sashimi. Not really sure what that means. Is sashimi? Yeah, don't really know what that means. We'll see how often that happens during this game. But okay, cool. We're going to move on. We're going to move on and do the next step. Another king. Okay, so we're jumping straight ahead to step 8. And it's another creature of some kind, a brown jenkin. Let me know if you know what a jenkin is, but I don't think I like the sound of it. It's got a health of 2 and an armour of 1. Right, let's have a look. So I've got attack power of 10 again. Goody goody. So the attack power of the Jenkin is 3. So I'm beating it by 7 points. So I could use those 7 points to deplete the Brown Jenkins armour to 0, but actually I can overcome the armour and still do enough damage to kill him. So the difference that we've got between my AP, which is 10, and the Brown Jenkins AP, which is 3, the difference is 7. I have to deduct the Jenkins armour, which gives me a total attack power of 6, and that easily kills the Brown Jenkin, which has a health of 2. Okay, so that's another beastie killed. Alrighty, am I getting anything for that one? Just the severed tail, which doesn't do me much good. So I guess I finally slice through the Brown Jenkins chest and rip off its tail in some kind of blood fury. Okay, alright. We're going to move on and hopefully find our way out of this weird alternative dimension or planet temple into which we have been thrust. Okay, moving on one step to step 9. Yes, it's another Brown Jenkin, same level of health and armour. So I've just checked online, and a Brown Jenkin is a rat-like creature with a human face. So isn't that lovely? We've got to fight another one. Just going to make a note of what we're fighting. And let's have a look. So my action points, oh that's beefy, that's good. My action points is 13. And the Jenkins action points is 4. So that easily kills the brown Jenkin. As I cut the brown Jenkin down, something falls from its mouth and I realise it's carrying a tiny human hand. Ugh. So wherever we are, other humans have been here before. A tiny human hand? Like, is that like a child's hand? That's quite dark. Okay, let's keep going. A king again, so we're going 4 steps forward. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So step 13. Oh, it's another creature. A Shan. Got health of 3 and a armor of 1. And I've just looked up Shan as well, and they are an insectoid alien creature. I think there's a very sort of Lovecraftian Cthulhu sort of theme going on in this adventure. Let's see how we do against the Shan. Pretty good. So my action points is 12. And, ooh, that's big. And the Shan's action points is 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think that's just a draw and nothing happens. So let's fight again. Good, good, good. So my action points for the second round is 14. And the enemies, that's a bit more like it, is 6. And so the Shan is defeated. Oh, it says here, insects from Shagai. Okay, so I guess this must be some kind of alternative dimension where these insect creatures reside. Okay, let's keep going. 1 step. I've got a nasty feeling that means we've got to fight another insectoid. It does. Okay. Oh, this one's a bit more powerful as well. This one's also got 3 HP, but this one's got an armour of 2. Right, here we go. Oh, that's pretty low. So my AP is 8. And the Shan's, oh, that's good. The Shan's is 4. EAP of 4. I'm doing 4 damage points. Now, if I try to take it off the health, I would only do 2 points of damage because the armour protects from 2 of those 4 points. So I think what I'll actually do is take the armour down to 0. So we'll take the armour to 0 and then we will attack again. So my action points, attack points? Attack power. I think I might have been saying attack points. So my attack power is 11. And the Shan's attack power is 5. Which means I am doing 6 damage points worth of damage. 6 points worth of damage. And the Shan's only got 3 health points, so the Shan is killed. And as I cut this one down, I look closer. I see that this Shan has some poisoned gloves, which I can use to increase my defense to 4. Pretty sweet. Okay, let's keep going. That's 3 steps ahead. 14, 15, 16, 17. And we encounter, now this I do recognise from Arkham Horror or something, some dimensional shamblers. So this is a bit more of a substantial creature that we're now facing. Okay, so first round of combat. My attack power is 12, and the Shambler's attack power is 6 plus base of 4, so 10, which means I've done 2 damage points. That 2 damage points is enough to destroy the Shambler's armour, so I think that's probably what I should do. And then we'll keep on going. So the next round, my action points is 9, and the Shambler's action points is 8. So only a difference of 1. So I'm going to take the Shambler's HP down by 1, which means it is now on 3 levels, 3 points of health. Alright, and another round. Well, that's not good for me, is it? Action points of 6. And the Shambler's got action points of 3 plus 4, so that's 7. Okay, so that's going to do 1 damage point to me. I can either choose to take it with my armour or my health. I think I'm going to take it with my armour. Taking my armour down to 3. Okay. Alright, hopefully the next round goes better. Doesn't look like it's going to. So I've got an action point of 7, and the Shambler's got action points of maybe that should have been HP. So they're currently on 3 HP plus 3. Okay, so that's 6, which means that I am taking the HP down by 1. So the Shambler's now on 2 health points. Oh, come on. Alright, my next... this is turning into a bit of a battle, this one, isn't it? My next round action points... attack power... Sorry, I keep calling it action points. Attack power is 7. And the Shambler 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're just nibbling off 1 each time. So the Shambler's now on 1 HP. Okay, so my next attack power is 9. Surely this is going to do it. Ooh. And the attack power of the Shambler is 7 plus 1 is 8. So I've beaten the Shambler by 1 again, but that is enough to do it, and the Shambler is killed. Man, that one put up a fight. Right. Oh, and I noticed that this Shambler's got a particularly sharp, long claw that I could use, which means I get to increase my armour from 3 back up to 4 again. So, you know, this is actually going okay so far. It's going okay. So we were on step 17. We're now moving on to step 19, which is more dimensional Shamblers. Cool. Right. Here we go. First round, I've got attack power of 8. It's 5 plus 3. Ooh, and the Shambler's got an attack power of 6 plus 3, which is 9, which means they have beaten me by 1 and are doing 1 damage point. 1 point worth of damage. I'm going to take that on the armour, taking my armour down to 3. Oh dear. Onwards and upwards, that's a bit more like it. 7, so I'm now doing, I've got attack power of 12. And the Shambler, oh really? 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we it's a draw. It's a draw. Okay. So we run at each other, clash, and both fall back uninjured. Oh, good. So we go at each other again. This time my attack power is 13. Surely this is going to do something. And the Shambler's attack power is 8. Which means I've beaten the Shambler by 5. And that does mean that I can't kill it outright. I can destroy its armour, so I think I will do that. So that takes armour down to 0 for the Shambler. Next round, I've got an attack power of 11. Is that right? Yep. Ooh, curses. And the attack power of the Shambler is 9, 10, 11, 12, which means they are doing 1 point of damage to me. I think once again I'm going to absorb that with my armour. And hope that things get better, and they don't. Right, so the next round, I've got an action points of 6. Oh, and the Shambler has got, not action points, attack power. I'm going to get used to saying that eventually. The Shambler's got an attack power of 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. Which means they're doing 5 points of damage. Now, I can absorb all that with my remaining armour. That means I've got no armour left at all. Right. So this could be the end of the road. Hopefully not, but it could be. This shambler could be the one that finishes me off, and I never get back to reality and find out, was this some kind of coup, and the throne carver was in on it, or was he just being controlled by the Lovecraftian demonic forces from this other dimension? Who knows? Well, we'll know if we get to the end, maybe. Now, next round. That's low. So my attack power this round is 7. And the shambler's attack power is 8. 5 plus the health of 3. Maybe I should have taken down the health. Maybe I should have done. So that is doing a point of damage to me, taking my health down to 4. So I've got no armour and I'm down to 4 health. Right, hopefully this is a high card. Oh, it's not really. So the next round, my attack power is 7. And the shambler's attack power is for 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's a draw. Next round. My attack power is 8. And the shambler's, ooh, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's my health down 1 again, because the shambler has beaten me by 1 damage point. So I'm going from 4 health down to 3. It's not looking good for our hero, our dwarven hero. Come on. Oh, that's bad. AP, not of 1, sorry. An AP of 4. Oh, that's it, isn't it? And there, the shambler's AP is 8, 9, 10, 11. So they have beaten me by 7. I've only got 3 health. So that is the end of the road. Unfortunately, I did not get through to the end. I didn't even get through to the halfway point. Oh, 1 more card and we would have got through to the halfway point, probably. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rather brief playthrough. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit longer, but there you go. Maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I won't. We'll see. We will see. But that is the end of the adventure of Basora, the Twisted Bastion. And that's the end of my first playthrough of Deathly Thrones. I hope you enjoyed it. It's an intriguing little game. There's definitely things I like about it. I like the way it utilises the whole deck of cards in different ways, and I like the just how compact it is. The text is nice and descriptive as well, but I think the main thing I like is this step system, the way you're moving through the steps, and so it's going to be slightly different every single time depending upon the order that the step cards come out in. And so each time you're going to have a slightly different little adventure. I do feel aware that there's not much in the way of decision making during these adventures. Really the only decisions you make are which character class you start off with, and then whether to do the damage that you're doing to your enemy to their health or to their armour. Other than that, there's really not many decisions to be made. Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just conscious that the player doesn't make too many decisions. So it'll be interesting to see if the designer comes out with some more slightly elaborate versions of this game down the line. I don't want it to become overly complicated, because it's nice to have a game that's a little bit simpler or more straightforward. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to completing this adventure hopefully at some point, and then also completing this adventure at some point, because I haven't completed either of them yet, and then obviously printing out the other ones and completing those. And the designer has made a Deathly Thrones adventure creator available. So you plug in your text and what you want to happen at the different steps, and I think you put in a photo as well, or an image, and then it spits out a little adventure in the same format as these. And I think that's kind of cool, and the designer is certainly hoping that a little community will build around this game, and there'll be user-generated content, and he is considering uploading some of the user-generated content which will hopefully exist to the website, which means that eventually there'll be loads and loads and loads of little adventures to play through. So there you go, that is Deathly Thrones. Please like this video, subscribe if you want to see more adventures like this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.